Hey guys, it's Katie. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my Reading Rush 2020 wrap up. Now, I do want to say that this is probably going to be the last time I participate in the Reading Rush, which is very sad, but they have done a couple of questionable things and I don't really want to be supporting that. So, unless I see actual action done to change the things that they did, then I'm not going to be participating next year. Just wanted to say that before we get into the books that I read during the Reading Rush. So I think I read a total, including the books that I finished on Monday morning that weren't my Reading Rush books, I think I read 12 books that week. So we have a lot to talk about. So let's just go ahead and get started. The first book I read it could complete any Reading Rush challenges, but I didn't count it towards any, because I just carried it over from last week, and I finished up The Strangers by Margaret Peterson Haddix. This is a middle grade mystery, not dystopian, paranormal book, I guess, and it follows these three kids who one day they come home from school and their mom is freaking out, and on TV there are these three kids that got kidnapped in Arizona, and they look exactly like those kids and have the same names and same birthdays. So it's really creepy, and they know that something's going on, and then their mom randomly goes on this mysterious business trip and things start going haywire, and it is really, really fun and really, really quick. I just read the last 50 pages of this on Monday morning. I ended up giving it a 4 out of 5 stars, and I would highly recommend it, and it is on Kindle Unlimited if you want to get access to it. Another book I finished on Monday morning that I didn't count towards any Reading Rush challenges, but I had the last 50 pages left of the audiobook, and I reread Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda by Becky Albertalli. So this is a YA contemporary that follows Simon, who is secretly emailing another gay kid at his school, and they have this little email romance, and it's really cute, and I love this. And again, it could count for Reading Rush challenges, but I didn't have a count for any of them. I give this 5 out of 5 stars. I love this series, I guess. I mean, it's not technically a series. It's Simonverse. I love Simon so much, and I love Becky Albertalli's writing. Would highly recommend if you haven't read this already. 5 out of 5 stars. The audiobook is really good, and I cannot wait to reread it and annotate it. Then for the prompt to read a book that matches the color of your birthstone. I was born in April, so my birthstone is a diamond, so I read a book with a white cover. I reread The Witch Doesn't Burn in this one by Amanda Loveless. This is a poetry collection that has a lot of good poems, as you can probably see. But yeah, I loved my reread. I read this for the first time, I think, in January in my 24-hour readathon, and I just love this book so much. I love all of Amanda Lovelace's books, but I think this is my second favorite. I love my reread. Give this 5 stars. I would highly recommend all of Amanda Lovelace's works. But just to warn you, there is a trigger warning for this book. So this book contains sensitive material relating to child abuse, intimate partner abuse, sexual assault, eating disorders, trauma, death, murder, violence, fire, menstruation, transphobia, and possibly more. Just be wary going into this book if you can get triggered by any of that. But yeah, would highly recommend Amanda Lovelace's books, especially this one. Then for the prompt to read a book set on a different continent from where you live, I read Loveless by Alice Oseman. This is set at Durham University, which is in Europe, and I live in America. But this follows our main character, Georgia, who has never had a crush on anyone, has never felt any attraction to really anyone, and it's about her and her journey with her sexuality and things like that. I really love this book, and it was so much fun, and I read it really quickly, and I love these characters. I gave this 5 stars, which I was actually kind of surprised by. I just love how it's really funny. So they're talking about how Georgia, our main character, wants to have a single dorm room, has a roommate, and so she was like, I don't understand how you could just put a wall in the middle of the room, because there's a gap in between the two sides of the room. And Jason goes, how very Trump of you, which I thought was hilarious. I just love this book so much. I love Alice Oseman's writing. Would highly recommend it. Give it 5 stars, and I cannot wait to read more novels by Alice Oseman. Editing Katie here. Me being a dum-dum, I completely forgot an entire book. I read This Is Where It Ends, for the prompt to read a book set or in a genre you've always wanted to read more of. Give that 4 out of 5 stars. Back to the actual video now. Then I read an ebook on Sunbeam by Tilly Walden. This is for the prompt to read the first book you touch, which I did that in my TBR video, which I will link in the corner somewhere. I think it's this one. Watch me be wrong. I don't know. I don't know how to describe it, but it's really good. It's a graphic novel by Tilly Walden. I've read Spinning and Are You Listening by her. Love them so much, and I love this one as well. I will say it's probably my least favorite of the things that I have read by her, but I still absolutely adored it. I love the art style, and there are just so many good panels, and like, I love this. I really want to get a physical copy, and I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. Would highly recommend anything by Tilly Walden. Well, I mean, I haven't read all of her stuff, but like, I know that I'm gonna love all of her stuff because I love Tilly Walden. I would highly recommend. Then I listened to The Silence of Bones for the prompt to read a book that starts with the word the, and this follows our main character, who I don't know how to pronounce her name, so I'm not gonna even try. It is set in 1800s Korea. No, Japan? Oh crap. Is it set in Korea or Japan? Can you tell my brain isn't working? Because my brain isn't working. But, and it's a murder mystery, and it is so good. I did not expect the plot twist, and I also would recommend the audiobook because they like know how to pronounce all the words, and if I were reading it physically I wouldn't know how to say the words, but the audiobook knows how to say the words because that's kind of its job. Lily like cried at the ending. I definitely did not cry at the end, but I still really enjoyed it. Would highly recommend it. It's very like creepy and eerie. There are trigger warnings for like lots of violence and death and murder because it's a murder mystery, but I would still highly recommend it if you wouldn't be triggered by any of that. And it is just like so eerie and like creepy, and I understand why Lily cried now. But I gave The Silence of Bones a 4 out of 5 stars. I'm gonna highly recommend it. Then I listened to Leon the Offbeat by Becky Albertelli, which is the like companion novel to Love, Simon, or Simon vs. Homo Sapiens Agenda. I listened to this while I was painting my bathroom, and I used this for the prompt to read a book that inspired a movie you've already seen, because I already saw Love, Simon, but I hadn't read the companion book. I'm counting it. I really enjoyed this. This follows Lee, who is Simon's friend in Simon vs. Homo Sapiens Agenda, and she is bisexual, and it's about her falling in love, and it's so freaking cute, and I give it like a 4.5 out of 5 stars just because it didn't have that Simon and Blue magic. So, I mean, Simon and Blue is relevant, but like, it wasn't really that. But yeah, I highly recommend this series. Again, I don't really know what else to say. The audiobooks are really good. 4.5 out of 5 stars. And I read You Should See Me in a Crown by Leah Johnson. This is another queer YA contemporary that follows our main character Liz, who needs a scholarship to go to her dream school, but she doesn't get the scholarship that she wants. And so if you win prom queen, then you get a scholarship to the school of your choice. So she's like, well, even though prom isn't my thing, I'm gonna run for prom and see if I can get the scholarship. And then a new girl comes to school, Mac, and she's also running for prom queen, and they might start a little bit of a romance. So I loved this so much. It was so cute, although it was kind of unbelievable when he hands us our goodie bags, each of them filled with a pair of AirPods, some gift cards to local restaurants, and a commemorative mug. I'm like, how does the school give out AirPods? Like, that so it was a little unbelievable at times, but I really enjoyed this. Gave it like a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Would highly recommend it, and it was so cute and so fun. And but just FYI, this book has a trigger warning for being publicly outed. The next book that I read was I listened to on audio, and that is The Henna Wars by, don't want to butcher the author's name, so I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to be disrespectful. This follows our main character, and she at her school there's this like business competition, and she does like a henna business, and her crush Flavia does a henna business as well, so they're like competitors. But like it's cute. I don't really know how to like describe it. Like, it's just cute and fun. The Henna Wars also does have a trigger warning for it being publicly outed. Really enjoyed this. I give it a 3.5, 4 out of 5 stars, and I would highly recommend it. And I randomly, on a whim, read Loveless by Lupita Nyong'o. This is a children's picture book that's on Kindle Unlimited that I got and read with my mom one night when I had a headache, and it was really fun and really sweet. And this follows a little girl who doesn't like how dark her skin is. All of her family and all of her friends at school have lighter skin than she does, but one day she goes on a magical journey in the night sky, and it changes her view on herself. And it was so cute and so sweet. I just think that it is really important for everyone to read. If you have kids yourself, I would definitely recommend reading this to your children. And even if you are an adult or like don't have kids, or like everyone should read this because it's just so sweet and heartwarming and really cute, and the art is beautiful. And I would highly recommend it. I give it 5 out of 5 stars, and I don't know if Lupita Nyong'o has any other work. I don't think she does because she's technically an actress, but if she has other work, I'm gonna read it. I swear this is the last book, okay? Okay, the last book I buddy read with Lily throughout the week, and I read for the prompt to read a book completely outside of your house, and I read Down Among the Sticks and Bones by Shannon McGuire. So this is a reread for me, and I read a little bit of it outside every day, and I love this book so much. This is the second book in the Wayward Children series, which I've talked about so much, and it's like Alice in Wonderland, but like they come back and can't cope with the fact that these kids are back from their like home. I've explained it so many times, so I'm not going to explain it, but this is Jack and Jill's story, and they go to the moors. Okay, cool. Gave this 5 stars, obviously, and I love this book. Those are all the books that I own physically that I read during the reading rush. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As you can see, I'm not good at explaining things at all, so sorry if this video is kind of chaotic. I'm chaotic, but yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys are having a great day wherever you are. Stay safe, read a good book, and I will see you in my next one. Goodbye!